And so far we have talked about ethics and the different types of ethics, and even that different schools of ethics. But how to learn these ethics? Okay, how to impact or how to inculcate these ethics to the people? And here we need to talk about the human values. Ethics is nothing but for humans. Ethics is nothing but human values. Okay, how to increase that, or how to inculcate these human values to the people? Okay, first of all, what is the value here? See, values is nothing but a principle or ideals that helps in judgment of what is more important. You might be having so many values in your personal life. You have so many values. For example, you have you have some value like you want to take care about your family very well. For that, you need to earn a lot of money. Okay, and at the same time, one more value is to help the others also. Okay, or your personal value something like you want to explore entire world to know the new places. Okay, that could be also a value. But out of these, you have so many. Otherwise, you can say that as a principle. Out of these so many principles, which one is more suitable for the time being, or it's depending on your situation, it will say which one is a important thing. For example, if you are outside of your home in the society, then you should adopt some principle which will benefit to the society. If you are alone, or if you are not dependent on the society, when you are in the home or something somewhere, then you need to follow the principle based on that. Okay, so it also give you in a sense like what is more important out of so many ideals and principles. Okay, and here one more thing is how to judge any action, whether it is a moral or not, or ethical or not. How to judge that? Every time we need to see so many theories, like from the starting, what is the free will, knowledge and voluntary action, and then we have seen different types of theories. So every time we cannot go back and see those. Okay, it is time consuming, and sometimes it may give some conflicting ideas also. So because instead of that, we always standardize some of the principles. Principle is nothing but a fundamental truth that will form the basis for the behavior. Okay, so we will standardize some of the principles and ideals. For example, as ahimsa, it is a undisputed moral value. Okay, compassion means understanding other situation and helping them and feeling emotion for them. Okay, compassion is also a ethical principle which is always correct. And tolerance also like that. Tolerance means accepting the dissent, or accepting the diverse views. Okay, like that, all these values are principles are undisputed and always truth. Okay, so if you know some of the values, or if you have some of these values like this, then they will come handy. Okay, whenever compassion comes, then you can say that, okay, if that fellow is not compassionate, then it is not morally right. Okay, if you say that fellow is or if he or she is not tolerant, then straight away you can say that their action is not morally correct. Okay, it depends on these principles. Straight away you can say, you no need to go for the ethical scrutiny again and again. So they will come very handy. Okay, so that is what these values. For example, here one more thing is, like Gandhiji talk about ahimsa, it is his value. Okay, and utilitarian talks about maximum benefit to the maximum number of people. So that is the value of the utilitarianism. Okay, so like this, you can see different values which will come very handy without analyzing the without going for ethical scrutiny again and again. And these values, as I mentioned, we have individual values. These could be individual and social. Social means these are collective, and recently we got a environmental. Social, environmental, Okay, and constitutional values, even in our constitution also we have some values. Okay, you need to observe all this. So for example, in the individual, what is that? Your self improvement. Okay, like self improvement, um, or educating yourself, or maintaining the hygiene. All these comes under your individual values. And what's about the social values? Social values is cooperation, and especially in India, social value is one more social value is the tolerance. Okay, tolerance, ahimsa, all these comes under social values. And environment. Environment is safeguarding the safeguarding the environment. How you do that? So for example, in the environmental related values, like saving the trees, okay, or reducing the carbon footprint, okay. And constitutional values, what are the constitutional values? We have like a fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and like that we have so many in the constitution. Okay, these are all different types of values. So out of all human values common to all, okay, out of these human values, like the values that will help for the coexistence and cooperation among the human. Okay, those are always very very important. And how to cultivate these values, how to cultivate these values? So these values can be cultivated generally by two ways. One is a socialization. First one is a socialization, and second one is a social control. Second one is a social control. Okay, so in the socialization again, we have like a family, learning the values from the family, society, okay, and then educational institutions, okay. And in the society again we have friends, relative, even elders, religion, further we can divide like that. Okay, so socialization, see, in case of socialization, for example, we talk about the family. See, family, this is the first and foremost thing, like the values will be nurtured from the childhood onwards. Okay, if your parents are teaching you the values, ethical values, like respect for the elders, respect for the other people, okay, understand or help other people, show some compassion, sympathy, like that. If the parents teach from the childhood onwards, then they will nurture, they will go deep into their mind, and they never can forget that. But instead of that, if they start teaching like selfishness, okay, don't give, hide everything whatever you have, don't share with anyone, okay, even if you go to school, don't give your articles or things to the others, or you try to get good marks than the other somehow by hook or crook. If you start teaching these things, then automatically they learn those also, those immoral values. Okay, so that is why the family is very very important. Family plays a very crucial role. And then society, and in the society these two components are very very important, the friends and the religion. See, most of our customs means, what is the meaning of custom? The way you wear the dress, the way you talk, the way your food habits, okay, and how you talk with the other people, how you respect. These are all comes from the religion. Your religion teaches this from the childhood onwards. Okay, religion means, we have so many stories in our religions, Puranas, Itihas. So what is the meaning of that? In those, what is the, theme that you take from these stories? Okay, always it will be taught like a, you need to do good to the other people, don't do any bad to the other people. That is how they teach us, and you need to take that. And the religion also should respect other religion. You should not blame other religion. They should not belittle other religion or other caste or creed. Okay, so that in that way it will help to increase the tolerance in the people. Tolerance means accepting dissent and also accepting the diverse views. Okay, diverse views are diverse cultures. And friends also play a very very vital role. Friends also play a very very vital role, because after certain time it is not the family but friends will show effect on the people. Okay, if the friends also very ethical, then you will become more and more ethical. And of course the elders always should understand the people, and they should try to give some good ethical values, ethical principles. Okay, and then educational institutions. But these days, educational institution become very less relevant. Why? Because of this, competition. Most of the educational institutions, they are branding themselves as international schools, and they are saying from the LKG onwards we will, teach the computer. I don't know what is the meaning of that. Then they are saying like anything. They are bluffing and they are charging a lot of money, and they are totally neglecting about the ethical values. They are totally, even parents also going after these false promises, thinking that their child is learning about computer in the LKG itself. What is the use of that? I don't know. Don't think that these parents are not educated. Educated people are much more fools than these in the most of the time. They just go like behind these, these educational institutions are totally neglecting these ethical principles now these days. When I was in childhood, at least there were some stories which used to tell about the moral values, but these days they removed everything. From LKG onwards, IIT standard mathematics and IIT JEE preparation, or from 8th class 9th class itself, they started preparing for civil services without even obtaining their degree. So because of this, they are not showing interest on learning actual things. Okay, and curriculum also changed like this. But let's stop this. We no need to take much more. But generally, education institutions are very very important to inculcate. Like, it's also depending on the teacher. If teacher is very good, then he will try to teach these type of values to the student, so that they will learn. And what is the social control? Social control, having a social control. Under social control, we have a ostracization, and appreciation. So here, this first one is a negative. Okay, this first one, ostracization, is a negative. So this is by fear or social exclusion. Or isolation. Okay, this is by fear of social exclusion or isolation. Okay, the ethical values can be cultivated, and appreciation is a positive approach. Appreciation is a positive approach. Okay, so to get name or fame in the appreciation, to get a name or fame. For example, here in ostracization, what happens? They, inside they want to abuse someone. they don't want to give respect to the elders, or they want to abuse some other caste, people belongs to other caste or other religion. But if in any society, if they have a fear of the law, like if they abuse or if they do any untoward incident towards other community, then they will be prosecuted and kept in the jail. So they fear of this law, but inside they don't have any ethical values to respect or to show the tolerance. Okay, by fear of this they are showing. Even eve teasing also the same thing. Okay, they don't learn like we need to respect elders and women and children, but they try to pass some comment and but see, if given a chance, if there is no law or no one is caring or no one is watching, then they will do all this. But when there is a vigil on them, then they don't do this. Okay, they will try forcefully adopt these what we call that, respecting women or respecting elders. Okay, that is what it is, because of the fear. So it is called as ostracization. And then appreciation. For example, if they get some name or fame because of some actions, then they will go for this appreciation. Okay, so see how these things can be utilized. When you join in IES as officer, okay, you will see all sorts of people there in our organization. It is not so easy, right? Okay, it will be very, very challenging. Don't think that cracking UPSC itself is like you are entering into the heaven. No, cracking UPSC will take you to the hell, my dear friends. Remember this. You never see these type of people. Okay, so that is why you should be very, very prepared for any eventuality. So how to make your subordinate to work for you or organization, you need to use all these tactics. First you go for, you identify their nature. Some people like the social control. Okay, so if they like social control, then you give warning before everyone. Okay, some people like to be praised or rewarded more, so you praise them even if they do very significant in insignificant work. You praise them so that they will boost up themselves, and again they will do much more enthusiasm. And to motivate others, you come up with some rewards. Okay, whoever complete this, this will be rewarded, like that. Okay, but don't do that rewarding so often. Why? Because they habituate. They think that they will work only if there is a reward. Okay, so you should be very careful while doing anything. And if some people are not working, okay, then you need to go for this ostracization. That means social control, or scolding them. Scolding means giving warning. Oh, don't scold anyone, because these days they have so many rights. So giving warning before everyone, before entire staff, so that they may feel bad and they try to do their job. Okay, you need to use all these techniques. That is how you can inculcate some of the values. Here when I say value, duty also one of your value. When you join in some organization saying that, oh, you pay me some money so that I will devote my time, my duty, or this is my obligation that I will fulfill whatever requirements you want. In turn, you give me monetary benefit to me. That is what your agreement here. Okay, this is also ethical agreement. Okay, they are paying you money so that you need to do your job. So how to inculcate that? So most of the time you need to use these two. Already you crossed this stage. Okay, socialization already they crossed, but only this one is in our hand. Okay.